I was actually looking now at the property tax deferment map, which was number 26 slide. And it's interesting, actually, when you put those two slides up against each other, that the concentration of red is in different places. And I'm wondering about the implications of the tax deferment for so many people across the body of the city. What is the effect on the city in terms of our coffers, money coming to us?
From a taxation perspective, no, because we're still getting our taxes. But I think on a more macro kind of economics kind of thing, when people are packing up debt, I think it's impacting the overall economy. I think I'll just kind of...
Okay, so that's actually where I was going to go with this. The reason that people defer taxes is because they're hurting. They're having a hard time making ends meet, whether they're seniors or families with children under 19, which are the areas that are specifically addressed by this measure. So I'm just concerned, as I'm juxtaposing these two sets of programs, on what the impact is really for what is really people's cash flow. We keep focusing on benefit, and the benefit when people sell. And so that the benefit presumably is if you know, they'll get whatever the differential is between what they've paid down on their mortgage and what they are able to sell the property for. But in the meantime, they've got these carrying charges, which is why we're seeing so many people deferring their taxes.
So Councillor Hardwick,
I'm just asking if we're taking this into consideration as we're looking at things like the hot spots and the hot areas, and if we're balancing that against the understanding that we have where, you know, that people are deferring their taxes in very large numbers to try and afford to continue to live in the city.
I would say basically we're addressing it not just through the property tax policy perspective. From a housing affordability perspective, we're trying to kind of provide more affordable housing. And then the other one basically is that going back to your earlier point, the city plan, hopefully it will basically balance off citywide as opposed to encouraging a neighborhood by neighborhood kind of speculation. So I think we're addressing it more than just from a property tax perspective, and also from an affordability perspective. My understanding is that council will be quite involved in setting direction for the 2020 budget, and I think if we say that it's really shrinking the pie that the city is within the city's control, I think council can actually, you know, help with this process as well in terms of determining what the budget should be and what the taxation should be.
Well, again, just that we've got so many people spread throughout the whole city that obviously can't afford to live here where they're living now. That it's very important that we be taking that into consideration in the larger context, because we're looking at building affordable housing and then, you know, all of these people can't afford to live here or they wouldn't be deferring taxes and going into debt.
I could just get you to a question. That would be great.
Well, that is the point. I want to ensure as part of this process that we're balancing off the two. And you're saying, yes, we are. We are taking that into consideration.
To do that, yes.
Thank you.